I'm not a big fan of filters. They do something to your psyche. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in love with this one. This vintage black and white. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, if you watch Nine Perfect Strangers knowing exactly why you're doing so, or at least watch it the first time to understand and the second time to understand your understanding, you will get it. On a side note, that's why I don't like retreats. You will never see me, at least on those kinds of retreats. You know what I'm saying? Because again, healing is free. The actual opening up to your own wounds and having a wild spectrum of understanding, awakening, and awareness, that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time is always linked to traumas. But what kind of trauma? That's another question. And trauma could be anything: loss, grief, hurdles, divorce, a loss, a financial hurdles, and the list goes on. These kind of traumas, I personally call them the visible traumas, because you are aware, you know what you lost. You know what I'm saying? And yes, we're calling spade spade. These traumas and experiences are as bad as any other traumas and experiences, and people deal with them in different ways, shapes, and colors. It just depends who you are, where you are, and how much of light and truth and darkness at the same time you can handle. I hope this makes sense to you. How about the ones you cannot see, you cannot feel, the small, tiny ones that are brewing inside? And yes, definitely from my own experience, they are literally out of your sight. You don't see them, you don't feel them, but they do manifest themselves in your own reality. And obviously, you go on a spiral mode, asking a lot of questions. What's going on with the world? What's going on with people? Why am I always misunderstood? What's going on with me? And this and this and that. That's the victimhood mindset. That's blaming everyone and everything else but yourself. This was just a sweet introduction, circling back to Nine Perfect Strangers dilemma. I talked about the inner child and how dangerous is when your inner child is an autopilot, if you remember. I also talked about the danger of your inner child being used by somebody else against you. Keep this one in mind and go back and rewatch Nine Perfect Strangers with this new perspective. Be very wary what kind of collective you are part of. Ask yourself these questions. Are you serious about healing, or are you just trying to experience healing? Are you deep down serious about knowing who you are, knowing yourself, embracing the shadows and dealing with all the demons, or just playing catch up? Are you walking the walk or just talking the talk? Because, my friend, if you're not paying attention to every single detail within you and around you, you will find yourself used in some wild collective, either healing or trauma. Exactly like the wounded inner child. I said it once, I'm gonna say it one more time. If the devil is always in the cracks, so is God, baby. So is God. You can have any view that you think could help you see it from different perspective. Bird view, cat view, rear view, I don't care. And obviously, you should focus on all of them, all the Nine Strangers, and all their stories and secrets. But I need you to put a little bit more focus on the mother who lost her son. Losing a child changes your mind, your brain chemistry, your body, your life, fucks you up, I lost two babies myself, but I cannot even fathom how it feels like to lose an adult kid. You know what I'm saying? And if you look deeper enough, you would understand that she didn't need to go to the retreat. She didn't need getting microdosed with the shrooms, Quite frankly, none of them needed none of that shit. Be very mindful what kind of collective you are dealing with, what kind of contract you're signing. She had all her answers inside, within. But she was a grieving mother. I do understand. The loss was heavy on her soul, on her psyche. And therefore, she willingly chose denial over the truth. That was the tipping point for her family, everyone else, but specifically Nicole Kidman. Thank you for watching, and happy healing, y'all.